Hi everyone, welcome to Meet and Make Online. I hope you're all keeping well. My name's Claire and what we're going to do today is look at making some sketchbooks. So let's go and gather up some materials from around the house. Well, we'll start off with paper. When looking around for options, think about the patterns, textures, edgings, colours and shapes they'll bring to the sketchbook. Paper is one of those materials that can be found in so many forms around the house, so think creatively what could be used or what could be repurposed. So for example, you could deconstruct envelopes, you could also use the back of receipts, potentially use like bits of wrapping paper or tracing paper, and also leftover luggage labels, things like that. The list really is endless. So next we're going to find a selection of fastenings. So think about the properties of your paper. How strong does the fastening need to be to hold all those papers together? Do you want it to pierce, pinch, tie the paper together? A few of the unusual items that I've used are a hair grip, because I leave a whole trail of these around the house and they act in a similar way to a paper clip. There's also the split pin, which makes a really nice kind of pivot or fan to the papers, which is quite decorative. And then pegs, just because they're really cute in any size. I think they look really nice in a sketchbook too. So lastly, have a play with just folding a scrap piece of paper. Just try simple folding techniques like folding a piece of paper in half or folding it in half diagonally. Also folding it back and forth so you create a concertina effect. And then you can also experiment with square paper and create lots of different folds using origami techniques as well. So when you're happy with the folds you've created, repeat these with your selection of paper and then create the pages of your sketchbook. So here are just a few examples of sketchbooks I've made, and I'm just going to talk you through each one and the idea behind them. So sketchbook 1, I started with the idea to create a sketchbook to draw images of buildings and architecture. So that's why I chose kind of blues, greys, whites and these kind of squares that remind me of like an industrial kind of landscape. Also I used the push pin in the corner to create a pivot for the pages, which make almost an architectural kind of shape in themselves, which I thought was really effective. So sketchbook 2 I made to draw domestic items and objects from the home, and this is reflected in the choice of the fastenings and the paper. So for example, I've used an old envelope with the ripped edge and also the window intact. I've also taken a clothes peg to secure all the papers together and used receipt paper too, just at the front. And this is a really simple construction, so just using A4 paper folded in half. Now sketchbook 3 isn't really a book, it's a box, and I created this for studies of natural objects as it gives you the flexibility to store not only a variety of small drawings but also little specimens related to the drawings, like this little dried grass head that would have been crushed ordinarily in a book. So the last sketchbook is what I call the expanding sandwich. And I was clearly hungry when I made this. It's a series of origami folded triangles and they're just paper clipped together, which create kind of almost like a sculptural chain. And I thought this would be a really good way of capturing small, tiny sculptural drawings in these little panels. So now it's your turn. I really hope you have fun making your own unique sketchbooks. And we'd love to see what you make, so please leave a comment below or tag @LeedsArtGallery, #meetandmake. See you all next week. Bye.